Hello everyone, this is Global Fashion Workshop. I remind you that we post new videos every day. I also want to remind you that some of my video courses are already available. Buy them if you haven't done it yet. I would really appreciate the support. Today, I'd like to show you how to make a pattern for an unusual jumpsuit. Have a look at the picture. The neckline is small. There is a notch on the front, two princess seams, and a set in the waistband. I'm sure that it looks amazing on the back as well. The trousers are pretty unusual. They look like ordinary trousers on the back, and there are two flapping details on the front. It looks as a combination of trousers and a skirt. There is a wrap on the front. The right detail overlaps the left one. I remind you that women's clothes are always fastened and right over left. This is a very important rule. I'm going to tell you about all the needed techniques and details. Have a close look at the picture once again. I can't wait to get down to work. I'll show you how to make a pattern for such jumpsuit. The bodice is pretty simple and is decorated with the princess seams. What is unusual in this jumpsuit are the trousers. Let's have a look at the fabric. I'm going to use this light crepe for sewing the jumpsuit. I can move it aside. These are the basic patterns for the front and the back. I'll need them later. This basic pattern is made on the basis of the 10 measurement cutting system. My course on the 10 measurement cutting system is already available. Buy it if you haven't done it yet. This is the basic pattern for the trousers. I need to trace this pattern to a piece of the tracing paper. I'll change the pattern a bit when cutting it. The trousers should be more loose. When it's done, I'll make a flapping detail. I'll show you how to do it. Let's get down to work. The width of each trouser leg at the bottom is 38 centimeters. That means that the half is 19 centimeters. I'd like to make the wider, 27 centimeters wide. I don't want the trousers to be too wide though. They should be comfortable. Have a look here. I've drawn a straight line here. It's parallel to the edge. I need to apply the pattern to it. How to calculate the width of the legs? If an average width is 27 centimeters. The front part should be 27 minus 1 centimeter. And the back part, 27 centimeters plus 1 centimeter. Thus, the front is 26 centimeters wide, and the back, 28 centimeters wide. I need to measure and mark 26 centimeters here. That means that I need to measure 13 centimeters on each side from the grain line. "13 centimeters here. The trouser is going to be pretty loose. I need to check if I'm doing everything accurately. The distance should be the same on each side. I also need to extend the trousers on the knee level. I prefer making smooth, beautiful lines. Do not ever draw straight lines in the trousers. They should be smooth. Your legs aren't straight either. As for the crotch point, I need to shift it to extend the front rise. I'll shift it by 1 cm down and 1 cm to the side. Do not forget that this is a jumpsuit, not the trousers. These points should be pretty loose as well. I'll do the same thing on the back. Otherwise, it wouldn't be possible to sit wearing the jumpsuit. Next, I need to connect the drawn points. These are just the construction lines. First, I need to connect these points. On the other side, I need to connect the widest point on the hip with the bottom. Next, I'd like to make it tight on the knee level. By 1.5 centimeters on each side. Watch the way I'm doing it. Do everything just like I show you. Next, I need to connect the new points with the bottom. I'll do it with a marker pen. Up from this point, the line should be smooth and slightly round. Have a look at the shape of the line. It's accurate. The trousers will fit the body perfectly. The upper part of the pattern shouldn't be changed much. Have a look here. This part should be simply outlined. This line is almost straight, and then it goes down to the new point. This is how it should look like. Notice that there are other waist tucks in the original jumpsuit. This is why there's no need for me to remove the waist tucks in the pattern. Ola doesn't want the jumpsuit to be too tight. She wants it to be pretty loose. I want you to learn to work accurately and attentively. I want you to be able to sew high-quality, beautiful garments. You know that I'm much better at cutting than I am at drawing. But I try to not make mistakes even when drawing the details. Do not forget about the green line. It's very important. The front is ready. The back should be made the same way. I need to draw a line first as well, and then apply the pattern to it. I always teach you to work accurately. It helps you avoid making mistakes. If you draw a pattern accurately, you won't have any problems when cutting, taking, and stitching the details. Each and every small detail is very important. One of the main rules for making trousers is being very accurate when drawing the grain line both on the back and the front. You have to make a space and seam on this line before stitching the details. At the first fitting, you can judge by the direction of this line if the trousers are cut and tacked accurately. If the line is not straight and vertical, it means that something was made wrong. Be very attentive. Always keep that in mind. I'm drawing a grain line. It's not convenient for me to work this way. I'll move the pattern a bit. I'll apply the pattern this way. Apply the grain line on the grain line. Let's have a look at this point first. I need to shift it as well. Make this detail 1 cm wider and 1 cm deeper. This is how the new line of the back rise looks like. Have a look at it. I've extended it. In some cases, you might need to extend it by 1.5 centimeters. Do not forget that this is a jumpsuit. It shouldn't be too tight. Let's have a look at the bottom. The back part of the trousers should be 28 centimeters wide. That means that I need to mark 14 centimeters on each side of the grain line. I remind you that the front is 26 centimeters wide. "14 centimeters on this side and 14 centimeters on the other side." The technique is the same as drawing the front detail. First, I need to draw a temporary line. Do not forget to widen the pattern on the knee level. Connect these points. On the other side, I need to connect the widest point of the hip with the bottom. The back is going to be a bit different. Be very attentive. I need to make it tighter by 1.5 centimeters on each side on the knee level. Draw the side seam first, and then the inside seam. I've marked the same distance on the front. In this case, it's going to be different. I can connect these points with a marker pen. This part of the line should be smooth and slightly round. This is the side seam. The side seam is ready. The upper edge is also ready. Let's have a look at the inseam. I need to measure the distance from the grain line to the side seam. 14.5 centimeters. I need to measure and mark the same distance on the other side. This is how much I need to change the line. It's going to be more round, because this point is further. I really hope that this information is useful. I try to show you new and interesting techniques in every video. The width of the pattern at the bottom is 28 centimeters. These distances should be equal. Next, I need to connect these points. The line should be smooth and slightly round. I need to outline it with a marker pen. That's all for today. Next time, I'll show you how to cut this pattern, how to make a pattern for the flapping detail, and how to make a pattern for the bodice. My name is Irina Paukshte. Buy my courses, subscribe to my channel, write comments, share the videos, press a like and the bell buttons. I would really appreciate your support. Thank you, goodbye.